This is from Officer King's body cam. And this is George Floyd on the sidewalk. And I believe prosecutors here will argue that he's complying, that he is not resisting. He is sitting on the sidewalk. Do you think, Neama, this could be a persuasive argument regarding the demeanor and actions of George Floyd to contrast it with the actions taken by the officers?
Yes, Vinny, this is a very powerful video. This is someone who's not only compliant, this is someone who's not suffering from heart disease. This is not someone who's overdosing on fentanyl or methamphetamine or any other drug. So this is a great video for the prosecution, and it shows that had they handled things according to their own manual and released that pressure after he was in cuffs, George Floyd would still be alive today.
All right, I want to show you one more piece from Officer King's body cam. And this part is while they have restrained George Floyd on the ground. And it's at this point where they are checking for a pulse. And Officer King says, I couldn't find one. I couldn't find one. So what's the argument here, Neama? What does this prove? What element of what crime does this help prove when you've got King checking for the pulse, and they don't find it, and they keep him restrained for several minutes beyond this moment?
This is how you get to that felony assault. This is that unlawful touching that's going to cause bodily harm. This is the key evidence for the second-degree murder charge, that felony murder charge, because you know the defense is going to point to that picture in the manual that shows this restraint, and the prosecution is going to point to the text to the left of it that says that you are to release the pressure when the individual is in cuffs. And not only did they not do that in this case, they kept the pressure on after George Floyd was already without a pulse and likely had passed.